Andy Murray defeated Alexander Zverev in an entertaining clash at the Qatar ExxonMobil Open. Andy Murray earned an impressive win over Alexander Zverev 7-6, 5-2, 6, 7-5 to advance to his first quarterfinal of the year in Doha. It was another lengthy contest for the Brit, who won a 76-minute first set before dropping the second, rallying to eventually close out the match in 3 hours and 2 minutes. Murray and Zverev were facing off for the fourth time in a battle of the Olympic champions, with the Brit coming off the back of yet another epic match in 2023 as he saved 3 match points to down Lorenzo Sonego 4-6, 6-1, 7, 6-4. Meanwhile, the German was playing just his third tournament since getting injured at last year's French Open. The 6th seed in Doha this week, Zverev received a bye to the second round and was hoping to get another win after starting the year with a 2-2 record, and he was the first to pounce as he broke Murray in the third game of the match. But the two-time former champion immediately broke back and saved another break point to lead 3-2. While serving at 4-4, a correction was called on a shot that Murray claimed affected his shot, but the point went to the German, who was able to break and get the chance to serve for the opening set. For a second time, the world number 70 was able to break Zverev straight back and kept himself alive in the first set at 5-5 before it was his turn to hold a break point and set point a game later. The former world number 2 was able to hold on and forced a tiebreak, where he was thrown off by what he thought was a let call, allowing Murray to get a crucial mini-break, and the three-time major champion finally closed out a 76-minute set 7-6, 5. But it was a different story in set number 2, as Zverev was the one to race to a 3-0 lead as he broke and finally backed it up with a service hold. Murray was under threat once again at 1-4 down, but he rallied to save 2 more break points, keeping himself alive in the second set. It didn't last long though, as Zverev broke the 46-time title winner for a second time in the set and sealed it with an overhead winner, taking it 6-2 to force a decider. The former world number 1 continued to find himself under pressure in the third and final set, saving a break point in his first 2 service games. Murray then found himself dragged to deuce while serving to stay in the match at 4-5, but survived and was the one taking control a game later, setting up 2 break points on the Zverev serve and taking his first to serve for the match after almost 3 hours on court. And Murray was able to book his spot in the last 8 as he closed out a marathon 7-6, 5-2, 6, 7-5 victory, extending his head-to-head record over Zverev to 3-1. He will now face surprise quarter-finalist Alexander Muller, the 26-year-old Frenchman ranked at number 170 who came through qualifying. It was yet another long thriller starring Murray, who was the center of 2 epic 5-set battles at the Australian Open as well as Monday's 3-set contest against Sonego. His opening round in Doha wasn't the first time he won from match point down in 2023, as he did the same to outlast 13th seed Matteo Berrettini in the first round of the Aussie Open before coming from 2 sets down to beat Thanasi Kokkinakis in a match that became his longest ever with his latest ever finish. It also means that Zverev walks away with a losing 2-3 record for the season so far as he continues his comeback from a horror injury sustained during last year's French Open semifinal. The 25-year-old snapped several ligaments in his ankle and was later diagnosed with a bone edema in September, meaning he didn't play for the last 7 months of the 2022 season.